Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back down under the mat. We are here today to talk about all things professional wrestling. We are in Madison Square Garage around the pool table of relevancy, which is certainly becoming relevant again. This is Mr. Dan Danielson. I'm Rowdy Roddy Reece. Let's crack right into it because we have the first confirmed match for WrestleMania 42, Las Vegas Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. CM Punk versus
my boy,
the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns.
your boy.
Is he my boy though?
I mean, in this match, he probably is, right? Between the two of us.
Yeah. Oh, look, I love Punk. I do like Roman, and I feel like this appearance that we had on Monday Night Raw, which we'll talk about right now, that's not happening.
Yeah, no, I've tried.
Definitely, I feel like I've been souring on Roman a little bit lately because he's just not here much, and I feel like the stories that he's been involved with haven't been the best that they could have been.
Yep.
The story with Bronson, like, some bias on that because Bronson's Australian, but this has, it's hooked me back in immediately. We had Roman closing the show on Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia acknowledged me. Last time I was here, I was still champion.
Yep. So he lost that at WrestleMania 40 against Cody Rhodes in Philly.
Yep. Several times before that, he won his first championship in Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
He won his first Royal Rumble in Philadelphia.
Remember, that was the Royal Rumble in 2015 when The Rock came out and held his hand up and they still got booed.
Yes.
So Philly doesn't really like Roman Reigns.
No. But didn't he get such a positive reception this time?
Look, I think a lot of this has to go to the way that the it's kind of, you've had less Roman Reigns, so now you want more Roman Reigns.
I really feel like we're going to get more Roman Reigns.
And I really hope they do. They've used him selectively, and I think that his part-time schedule is definitely part of the story that Punk and that have called out, and they will. And the scarcity of seeing Roman, I think, has made him more of an attraction now than what he was.
Yeah, I feel like he's almost getting to that Brock Lesnar level where, Punk called it out in the promo, which we'll touch on. We'll try to touch on all the magnificent details, but Punk touched on it specifically. Roman's chosen to be a part-timer. When you're at that part-time status, you become an attraction.
But also,
Brock Lesnar was an attraction as a part-timer, and he still is.
The last 12 months or so of Roman's part-time status has been...
Roman returned. Yeah! Roman's back.
Has a pay-per-view match, Roman leaves.
6-7 weeks later, Roman's back. Yeah!
But it's been very...
It's just rinse and repeat.
Yeah, and it's almost been predictable.
Yeah.
In that you've seen, we're coming up to War Games, Roman's going to be involved. Oh, here he is. We're coming up to WrestleMania last year. Oh, Roman's going to be involved. Here he is. Like Jay's in a feud or something's going on with the bloodline. Oh, Roman's here. We get it. Like, it wasn't really... You weren't really wanting Roman to come back. You weren't missing Roman as the character. You're like, oh, this is where he fits in for his return.
Yeah.
I watched, obviously, the Royal Rumble. We all sort of predicted that he was the one to win. Yeah. We're all hoping that means that it leads to a proper Roman run into WrestleMania, and then from Mania into some form of title feud or something after that, because we all want Roman to be back because he's a massive attraction. He draws the eyeballs. He is the biggest name probably in the industry at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we've heard all the rumors that he's not, vibing with Hollywood like we thought he was, and he's pretty keen on it. And if you actually, I don't know if you watched it, they had WWE released a vlog of Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, did they? Okay.
It's about 3 or 4 minutes, and it shows him sort of getting ready and stuff backstage.
I watched the Royce
going
Keys
into the
one.
Rumble. Yeah, so I watched the Roman one, and after he wins, he walks out, and he's walking, he looks at the camera, and he says, in 12 months' time, in 1 year and a few months' time, I will be back here in Saudi running this place. And then he says something like strap in because I'm ready to go. And it was that, whether that was just a fluff thing that WWE wanted to put on the YouTube, if that is real, if that is Roman Reigns being like, I am back. I am back as Roman, and I'm going to win the title, and I'm going to run this place down. Because you saw what was it, last week before the Rumble when he went on to Pat McAfee and said, WWE creative, not Triple H, not anyone, creative dropped the ball.
Yeah, they failed to make new stars.
He called them all out pretty specifically. Was that a shoot? Was that a work? I mean, he was towing the line between both. So I think that goes to show Roman Reigns feels like the WWE needs him. And is that the tribal chief saying they need me to acknowledge me as the tribal chief? Or is that Roman Reigns, Joanna I, saying I need to come back and prove to everyone of what I was?
I feel like it's both because honestly, like this promo segment, 15 minutes was all it was. I think Punk had the majority of it, to be honest. And he was just like laying it in Roman. Roman's just like, let's get one thing straight. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Pick you because I hate you.
Yep.
And that was all Roman needed to say.
So let's talk about this hate. So one of the lines that Roman references in this promo is when CM Punk goes onto his mate's podcast and makes his life harder than it needed to be. Now, for those, obviously, that watch us, you're probably internet marks, you obviously know what he was talking about.
Yes, for those who don't.
The Colt Cabana Art of Wrestling podcast in 2014 when CM Punk essentially went on there and tore WWE a new one, right?
Yeah. Vented.
One of the main things that he brought up in that podcast was that it was his idea to bring the Shield in, to bring them up as he chose to bring them up to the main roster. However, Roman Reigns was not his choice. CM Punk wanted the Shield to be Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Chris Hero / Cassius Ohno.
Yeah.
And I think everybody knows Roman Reigns was the choice, not by Punk, not by Triple H. He was Vince's guy. Yeah. It was, hey, we want Roman Reigns.
Whatever you do, you got to make Roman look strong.
So that's the next part of it, right? So the first part was that he had to bring them up and he didn't choose Roman, but he had to deal with it. So fine, he puts Roman in.
Yeah.
And then it was a couple of months later, I think it was SummerSlam, where it was a 3-on-1 match, where it was the Shield after they sort of broken away from Punk. It was the Shield, all three versus CM Punk. And he says on the podcast a lot that he was walking around backstage that day and everyone, Michael Hayes, all the other bookers and stuff were saying to him, I hope you have a really good match tonight. Make sure you put Roman over. Make sure Roman looks strong. Make sure Roman looks strong. You can have a really good match. Make sure Roman looks strong. And so Punk walked over to Hayes or somebody and said, if you really want Roman to look strong, let him beat me. It's 3-on-1. Like, you should probably just let them win. If you want him to look strong, make him pin me. And Vince was like, no, you're going over, but you've got to make Roman look strong.
That defeats the purpose.
And that, at the time, is then what got out to the internet and to the wrestling community. And that is why Roman then got booed. And that whole big dog thing for a long period of time was such a difficult task for Roman to get over, was because the internet wrestling community loved CM Punk and he had then left the company. And when he had said, I had to make Roman look strong, he wasn't my choice, he was going to be the big dog as all Vince, we were like, well, no, we don't want Roman then.
But it's funny because the year prior to Roman's first Rumble win in 2015 in Philadelphia, they did want Roman.
Yep. But this podcast happened and it made Roman's life harder. And you've seen since then, obviously Seth Rollins, came out and has said things about Punk. Like if you go back even further to this, these guys were riding with CM Punk.
Yeah.
Like it was Punk, Ambrose, Rollins, and Reigns were the ones driving across the towns, doing all the shows together. Like he was mentoring them. But then this occurred. And you've seen Seth Rollins has come out in things and said and called CM Punk a cancer. And he's hated him. And there was that feud. Ambrose, even when he went to AEW, tried to keep his mouth shut on most things. And he did work with CM Punk for a feud in AEW. But a lot of the time, Ambrose also said the same things that, he just talked a lot of shit for the sake of talking shit. And you've got genuine heat from Seth and from Dean and from Roman all against Phil because of what Phil said on this podcast. And I am so glad that in this promo, they instantly went to it.
Yeah.
Because us as internet fans, we want that blurring of the lines. We want to know, we want to see why you hate each other. It was the same with the Drew and Punk stuff with the bracelets and things
which was referenced in this as well.
Everything was referenced, and I love that they're making all the little Easter eggs of things for us because I want to see CM Punk and Roman Reigns in a feud. but I want to see it because of all of the things that I know the history that is there. Don't just tell me it's because, you've got the World Championship and you're on Raw, which is the biggest show, so I want to face you. No, we all know that's not why. Yeah. And I'm really glad Roman did reference that.
Yeah, but he said, I could pick you because you're on Raw. I could pick you because you're champion on Netflix. But I'm picking you because I hate you and I've always hated you.
And I think that was the swerve that they had to make after War Games. Because if you watch the end of War Games, CM Punk...
Zebros or some shit.
Yeah, well, they were Zebros.
Cut from the Netflix.
I don't understand that. Why?
That was like one of the... Literally like all I could see on social media after that. Like, oh my God, hell yeah, Punk and Roman WrestleMania. But every second clip was like, hi, you referenced Zebros.
No, it's not on Netflix.
Yeah.
But it was on SmackDown. When SmackDown showed the recap for Raw, it said
so
the Zebros.
It's Netflix's problem.
Which is strange. But yeah, if you go back to War Games, when that match finishes, you've got Roman going up to Cody saying, I will never tag with you again.
Yeah.
We are done. And he picks CM Punk up and they knuckles. They're good. They're bros. They're Zebros. At the end of that match, everyone is like, Roman, Cody 3, Punk, Seth, whatever's going to happen.
What we didn't see, though, which they've now brought to light, was as they're heading up the exit ramp, or entrance ramp, and heading backstage, was Punk holding the title high above himself, walking behind Roman Reigns, directly, like, smugly looking at Roman, like, turn around, like, I'm lording this over you.
And then the brainwashing of Jimmy and Jay, and almost brainwashing Roman.
It's just like so many little things in this. Is just like all they needed was this 15 minutes. Main event night 2, Roman's 11th WrestleMania main event.
Really? 11? Wow.
He won his first Royal Rumble 11 years ago.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
numbers are lining up.
This to me is two very experienced characters and workers knowing exactly what they need to do to get out of each other. Yeah. And I said to you when we watched that promo back again just before we recorded today, when Roman's walking away, when Roman says, at WrestleMania, you will acknowledge me, drops the mic and walks off. Exactly what we wanted, right? Punk just smirking, watching him walk away, to me is a sign of Punk, A, I'm the champion, I'm not scared of you, but B, him just sitting there going, we did it. All it took was 15 minutes. You and me on the microphone, and everyone is in the palm of their hand right now. All we want is fast forward me right now to WrestleMania. I want to see this match so badly.
Yeah.
They have done in 15 minutes what they haven't done in months to build up matches before. And I'm so happy that it's referencing a whole bunch of history. My one gripe to this, and I'm praying, Roman, please show up to TV.
Please.
If you just disappear now until after the Chamber and come back 2 weeks before Mania, I don't say it's going to lose its momentum, but I don't think it will stay as hot as it can right now. It has to be on TV.
But like the thing that we need to mention as well is there's got to be something that ties CM Punk up for a little bit of that.
Which is Finn
Roman, Roman came out, addressed the crowd. Do you want me to choose Drew or do you want me to choose Punk? Punk comes out, gets in the ring, gets the mic. They have couple of off-mic words to each other about CM Punk's shoes, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Fine. He's got good shoe game.
We love sneakerheads.
Punk then directly looks into the camera and starts talking to Finn Balor, completely ignoring Roman Reigns. Having that plants the seeds for what can happen next. I know we're differing opinions. You don't want to see a title match with CM Punk and Finn Balor. I feel like that's a given what happened with the CM Punk AJ Styles match. And it all just depends on what they do with that. But I feel like Punk's not going to not be on the Elimination Chamber card in Chicago, in his hometown. You've pitched the Strange Bedfellows tag team shtick against the Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. The more I think about that, the more that works to the positive. Furthers the story with Roman and Punk, but then also Finn and Dom. We've been itching for that turn for a while. Dom got a good reaction in his return on Raw, which we'll talk about shortly, but it can work towards the disagreements with both Punk and Roman and Dom and Finn during that match, which worked to both stories, progressing to WrestleMania, the return of the Demon versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship.
Because I see the logic behind people saying that you got to have this Punk and Finn match, right? And I like the dichotomy of the first one was Finn and Punk in Ireland, in Finn's hometown. The return match is Finn and Punk in Chicago, in Punk's hometown. Makes sense. I get it. Like that poetically is quite a nice way of putting the two matches. I just can't fathom a world now where CM Punk, who has just called out Roman Reigns, who's just said we're going to main event night 2 of WrestleMania. We've already got the picture up, which editor Luke will put in here of them for WrestleMania Vegas, Punk versus Roman. They're already announcing it's the main event of night 2. Everything's ready. Oh, but I'll put my title on the line just to face Finn Balor just in case. Because what happens, we all know kayfabe, Punk will win that match, right?
Yeah.
But what happens if Finn wins? And then you've got Finn versus Roman Reigns as the main event of night 2. No, that's not the main event of night 2. So that's not happening, which means I am then not invested in your Finn versus CM Punk match because there's no way that Finn Balor is winning. So don't do that match.
But the tag match.
If you do the tag match because there's no belts on the line, if you wanted to just do a singles match between the two of them without the belt, then I'm okay with that. The second you put that title on the line and Punk's spot in night 2 of Mania on the line, I'm out because it's not happening.
Now that you mention a non-title match, could we have Punk go to a stipulation match, perhaps a strap match or a dog collar match to show how tough
not enough
is that too excessive?
Nah, it's too fast.
Well, I thought maybe they would show Roman that these are the lengths that I am going to go to in a match without the championship on the line. Wait till you see what I got in store for you for WrestleMania.
Maybe. Or do you do the...
As soon as I said it, I was like, maybe that's too excessive, right?
Do you do the AEW style match where you make it a title eliminator? So Finn has to beat him to get a future title shot. No, because I hate that. I hate title eliminators. It's the worst.
Okay. I feel like we're done with Punk and Roman at this stage for now.
Well, we need to sort of touch on how much they shit on Drew McIntyre and the other title, but we can tie that into his promo on SmackDown if you'd like.
Well, I was going to... You mentioned title eliminators. And I was going to mention we've got AEW Grand Slam next week.
We do.
We did have a couple of title eliminator matches on Dynamite this week, which had big repercussions for matches booked for AEW Grand Slam. So let's quickly go to that, and then we'll shit on Drew McIntyre.
But before we even go to those, let's go one more thing from Raw to tie into one of those title eliminators, because we kind of got to do a bit of a circle.
Something from Raw that ties into AEW.
Yes.
What might you mean,
So
Daniel?
on Raw, we had... Obviously, after the Royal Rumble, AJ Styles is retired, which we'll talk about later. Now you've caught on to where I'm going with this. AJ Styles music hits. The crowd pops massively. Oh, my God, he's here. No, it's not.
Oh, my God, it's Gunther. What a fucking rib, dude. I absolutely loved it. I cracked up.
This was perfect. His promo to come out was fantastic. He's milking the heel heat as much as physically possible from this. I love to see it. Dragon Lee comes out to help or to support his former tag partner. I don't think anyone really cares about Dragon Lee, except for the fact that he tagged with AJ Styles. He's perfect for this situation. Tries to beat up Gunther.
He came out guns blazing, and I was worried for a second. I was like, Gunther looks like a little bitch getting beat down by Dragon Lee.
Until Gunther hangs him over the ropes and chokes Dragon Lee out. And the sell from Dragon Lee on this, squirming, gone.
Yeah. And then just drops him and he just crumples to the outside.
Perfectly done.
Yeah.
That was a perfect thing, so that now you're going to have a Gunther versus Dragon Lee match because...
Do you know what this ties into, Dan?
What does this tie into? It ties into AEW. I know, that's why I wanted to bring this up first.
No, but do you know what... WWE storyline-wise, do you know what this will tie into?
Oh, Rey Mysterio is going to come and try and help out Dragon Lee because he keeps beating Dragon Lee up, and then it's going to be Gunther versus Rey Mysterio for his...
Hey! I fucking told you. And you're like, no, it's got to be Rey and Dom for the end of Rey's career.
I think it does still, though.
They're lining it up, mate. Gunther, they are specifically calling him. They put it in Gunther's Titantron now. Career killer. Rey's next at WrestleMania. I'm calling it. Wow. But yeah, let's pivot to...
I didn't put those two and two together, but it makes a whole lot of sense.
It does, doesn't it? And he take out Penta on the way to WrestleMania as well. So that's why you get Rey involved, because he's now taking out Penta and Dragon Lee.
Okay, yep. So you leave the smallest, oldest one for last.
We're 10 weeks into WrestleMania. It's fucking go time.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely go time.
But why did we bring that up, Reece, before we talk about AEW?
Well, because we had almost the same spot in a title eliminator match.
Really?
Almost. Not quite the same, but almost. So we'll talk about that in the main event of AEW Dynamite this week. MJF title eliminator match against Brody King.
I don't like the logic behind a title eliminator. It's the dumbest thing ever. Beat me in a match and then have another match with me.
Yeah. MJF came out on Twitter and said, "This is dumb. I'm going to beat Brody in 2 minutes," which should have been our first sign of what was about to happen, but didn't clue onto it because I didn't get the time to actually watch all of Dynamite. But seeing the
main event.
Seeing the clip from this main event, I was like, oh, what a way to finish the match. Like, choke out MJF, throw him in the ring, cannonball, and do the, like, was it like a powerbomb pile driver or some shit?
A gorgy bomb or whatever they call it.
Looks sick. But I was like, oh, that's kind of cool way to beat the champion. Yeah, there was a whole match.
So
Hangman comes out and distracts MJF.
Yep.
Brody King capitalizes, beats MJF in under 2 minutes. Has cemented his AEW championship match for AEW Grand Slam at Sydney next week.
And look, I love Brody King, but I am Team MJF for this match, unfortunately. Sorry, Brody. This whole main event was fun though because like they did all the pomp and stance of the entrances, get MJF out there. Just before they sort of get the bell rung, that's when Hangman's music hits. MJF gets on the apron to yell at Hangman like, "What are you doing?" He slowly turns, and Brody's just behind him, just. Rah! My only problem with this, and I want to give the sell between the two, between Dragon Lee and MJF to Dragon Lee, because his was better, because it was about 10, 15 seconds, bit of squirming, bit of thinking, then out. I have never seen a man choked out faster than MJF.
Yeah, and I think that was the thing, because I saw a lot of people, not a lot of people, like, I think there were a few different forums that I saw, people were saying AEW did this to throw shade at the WWE spot, because usually that's Brody King's thing to choke people out of the top rope, which is... That's fair enough. I get it. But yeah, having a MJF just go.
And then just collapse and then Brody.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was fine for the angle. I get it. And to me, this is the only time that I'm like, I'm okay with this as a title eliminator match.
Yeah.
Because it was an angle. It wasn't a match. Earlier on in Dynamite, they had the tag match with the Babes of Wrath against the Mega, whatever they're called.
Mega Babes?
Mega Babes or something. I don't remember all their names. But that was like a good match of like 15 minutes of them wrestling each other, and then they won, and then now at Grand Slam we're going to get the rematch for the titles.
Yeah.
I just watched the match. Why do I have to watch it again? Like I don't
like
I don't get the logic,
especially when they have the challenger win to then challenge for the championship. It's just like,
and it's a different story when it's number one contenders matches, right? When it's two other people going for a title, that makes sense because the winner then gets a shot. Not the champion shouldn't be in there. I just don't understand it.
Well, you mentioned number one contenders. We have a number one contender match for Grand Slam next week between Andrade, who beat Kenny Omega.
In a good match. I watched this.
Who got face-to-face with Swerve.
Look at me watching AEW.
Yeah.
I think that there's I think cynically that there is a reason that this match occurred and why it is Andrade.
Well, he's hot at the moment, ripping his pants off in front of live crowds.
Hanging out with OnlyFans models.
Yeah. Man, got to give the people what they want, you know?
When Tommaso Ciampa left WWE, and we were like, oh, he should go take a run on the indies and do some stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then he shows up in AEW and on the first collision beats Mark Briscoe, TNT champion. To me, that was Tony Khan being like, come to us, I'll show you how I can build you as a mid-card wrestler.
But to be fair, I was talking to Josh on the way to the Slam Academy on Friday night so we could do the ring teardown. The way they brought in Tommaso, the way they presented him, put him in that position and then just gave him the belt. Such a drastic difference from the way that he was being presented.
Absolutely agree.
Don't call my best friend a jackass.
Absolutely agree.
But I can't fault AEW for this booking with Tommaso Ciampa right now.
The same thing, though, with Andrade.
Yeah.
So they've presented him really well. He's in the Don Callis family. He's gone straight for great matches. He's had a really good match with Kenny and beat him. He's now got a number one contenders.
Yep.
Is this Tony Khan doing these ones to WWE, being like, you don't know how to deal with professional wrestlers? And look, let's say Andrade and Ciampa aren't as good characters as some of the people that WWE tend to use. They are better wrestlers. Tony Khan's like, here's how you do it. And he's going to give them both titles.
And I think, like, that's the way you look at it. Companies portray their talent different.
Mm-hmm.
WWE is one of those places where their characters take a little more precedence over the in-ring performances sometimes, whereas AEW, it's the other way around.
Wrestle.
Yeah, it's in-ring performance is first, and then characters get built as well.
I think if you were booking the biggest match that you could for MJF, it's going to be MJF and Hangman, right?
Mm.
But if you want the biggest number one contenders match, it's Hangman and Omega. But you don't do that. You give Hangman and Andrade, again, as the middle finger to WWE to be like, you dropped the ball with him. Yeah. Look what we can get out of him. And I think that is why he is going to get this push and he's going to get this match, because the match with him and Kenny was really good. They've now set up a angle, I guess, between Kenny and Swerve.
Which we were hoping we'd get next week, but we don't think we will. I think they'll save that for Revolution, yeah.
Because, yeah, I mean, the Don Callis family with the screwdriver stuff is a bit over the top for me. They've done it too many times. But, you know, if it keeps working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Yeah. Quick clarification, because we did report last week about the hair versus hair match that was booked with Tony Storm, Orange Cassidy, Marina Shafir, and Wheeler Yuta. The loser of the four gets their head shaved. So not both of the losing team members get their head shaved.
So Wheeler Yuta.
So it's absolutely Wheeler Yuta. So I just wanted to quickly clarify that. The fifth match that we have confirmed is Jon Moxley. You're not going to do your little Justin Roberts shtick? Moxley! Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita for the Continental Championship.
And this to me is weird because they had a 6-man tag on Dynamite, which they tend to do all of the time, with the Death Riders against the Don Callis family, which is two heel factions.
I feel like Death Riders are now tweenering.
Correct. But it's two heel factions, in theory, right? Versing each other, with the two leaders of said heel factions, Moxley and Takeshita, both being baby faces compared to what their factions are apart.
Such a weird scenario.
It's all weird how it all kind of works together, but I think it's working. I think this would be a really fun match. And I really hope Takeshita wins so then we can go to Takeshita and Omega for Okada for a title.
Well, you mentioned Okada. One thing I did see from Collision, which is usually on right about the time we record. So I saw this before we came in. There was a little backstage vignette with Okada and Fletcher.
Oh.
To quickly summarize, Okada told Fletcher that he needs to regain the TNT Championship on his home soil.
Fletcher said that to Okada. Because Fletcher needs to win it back in Australia, right? That's what you said. That's what you mean.
No, Okada said to Fletcher.
Oh, that he needs to.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, sorry. I thought you were saying Okada needs to get it back. I was like, Okada never had the TNT.
No.
I was confused.
No. So that gives me hope that we're getting Fletcher versus Tommaso Ciampa next week. This card is going to be absolute stacked.
Big fan if that is the case.
Yes.
I've also, if you keep an eye on our YouTube channel, we've got an interview that's going up this week where we had a chat to Robbie Eagles, New Japan Super Junior Tag Team Champion with Kosei Fujita, member of TMDK, former Soul of PWA champion, absolute legend, Sniper of the Skies. Really good interview with him going up this week. He obviously has been feuding online with Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Trying to get a championship match or even just a match.
Trying to get something with him. And we've been reliably told to keep our eyes very clearly peeled for PWA Coliseum, which is occurring on Friday the 13th. Robbie Eagles' birthday, so happy birthday for Robbie for that day. Make sure you keep an eye out on the PWA YouTube channel. We will be there in attendance. It's obviously the day before Grand Slam.
Look for the head.
So you got Grand Slam on the Saturday, you got House Rules on the Sunday, and you got PWA on the Friday. And we've been reliably told that some things might be happening at Coliseum that will shock and awe the fans. So
pumped.
Keep an eye out on their YouTube. Keep an eye out on PWA, and we will be there and we'll be pumping stuff out as soon as we see it. I'm hoping it's MJF, but hey, we don't know.
No, we don't know.
But Kyle Fletcher was formerly PWA, so was Mark Davis. They both come from the academy.
Tuckman did also call someone out who thinks they're all elite to come challenge him for his solo PWA championship,
Briscoe.
I would neck myself. I would storm into the ring and just like pile drive myself. Tombstone pile drive
straight
myself.
in the middle?
Yeah, straight in the middle, dead.
You've been practicing how to do that bump at the academy, though?
No.
Can you get Dan to teach you this week at least so you can do it properly?
No, that's the point. I'll do it wrong, so I break my neck and I die.
Right. Okay, cool. Yeah, right. Very Darby Allin of you. Gotcha.
Let's pivot back to WWE and talk about Drew McIntyre because he was effectively...
He was buried.
He was belittled in that promo with CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Attempted to start the show on SmackDown this week. Immediately attacked by Cody Raheem Rhodes, which was gloriously directly referenced in his promo because he didn't know that it was going to be a you-know-what measuring contest.
Well, that's what CM Punk said. So I actually watched that interview with Punk he was on a sports show with Gronk and some other lady that was talking about it. And she was like, oh, what's your main event with Roman Reigns going to be like? And he's like, oh, it's a proverbial. And Gronk was like, you can swear. He's like, oh, okay. So it's a dick measuring contest between me and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what that promo was.
Well, if that was going to be that, well, I didn't get the nickname Raheem for nothing. Just the outroar online over that comment. I've seen positive and I've seen negative about it.
But again, this is what I love with the Roman, with them calling out the bracelet, calling out the Zebros, calling out the podcast, calling out Raheem. It's them
blurring the lines.
It's them blurring the lines, but it's them also saying, hey, fans, we know what you say.
Yeah.
We can hear it too, and we're not ignoring you. We're going to reference it because why not?
Madness.
Why not? Adds to the story, makes it fun.
But Drew didn't get his chance to cut a promo. Later in the show, he came storming back out.
Well, as he should. He's the champion. He should be able to get up to the ring and talk about it.
Again, didn't get the microphone. Got attacked by Jacob Fatu. Nick Aldis had a word with both of those two men, advising them next week they're going to be in a qualifying match, which we'll touch on that shortly because we'll touch on all the Elimination Chamber qualifiers.
I have a lovely fantasy pitch for you for how that's all going to play out. Got a good one. Got a real good one for you,
Reece. Some fantasy booking on this podcast. It would take a third time for Drew McIntyre to storm out and say he doesn't care about Roman and Punk. He's the real champion. Let them have their little baby fight on Monday Night Raw.
This, to me, kind of, again, blurred the lines between heel babyface, especially the way that Drew had said, the way that they're slandering this title and this show. Like, why is not every person in the locker room trying to prove that every time you get on screen, every match you get into, you prove that you are the best, that you prove that you're better?
Yeah.
That was a very babyface way of... Remember Edge, when Edge first went to AEW and had that big, rah-rah speech in the ring? And everyone was like, why is this Edge doing it? Like, he's not the one that should be giving a rah-rah speech to the AEW locker room. He only just showed up. This, to me, was Drew giving the rah-rah speech to SmackDown to be like, hey, we need to be as big and strong as we can to take on Raw, which is 100% something they should be saying. But should it be a heel champion?
Yep. I get you.
That's kind of why I was like, oh, I like the premise. I just don't know if Drew is the guy to do it. But if that's just adding to, hopefully it's like this. I mean, I know, look, it's half a year away still now, but like actually going back to giving us a Survivor Series Raw versus SmackDown stuff.
I kind of miss
it. Please.
I
100% miss it. I miss the actual brand split and the actual...
That's where you get your strange bedfellow stuff in the 5-on-5 matches.
Yeah, because it's Raw and SmackDown. And so you've got to have your heels and your baby faces work together because you're for Raw. And
let's do it for the brand. But they need to give, if they're going to bring it back, they need to give something for the brand that like wins.
Yes, the number one draft pick.
Brand split, lol. But there needs to be some sort of incentive to get your brand over the line, not just for bragging rights. But I think that's a conversation for another time.
Yeah, you're going to have to tie it into like a draft pick. Or, I don't know, something. You get the first pick
the
at
main
NXT.
event at WrestleMania. That brand is guaranteed the main event of WrestleMania over the other brand. That's rough. That's rough.
You know what?
No, conversation for another time.
That brand gets number 30 in the Royal Rumble.
No.
See, it's the same thing. You can't do it.
No.
All right, do you want me to start pitching this fantasy booking thing that I want?
Well, yeah, so we'll touch on the Elimination Chamber qualifiers now. So
yep.
Shall we go through that and then you'll insert when appropriate?
I can, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the men's qualifier first, because that was the main event of SmackDown. Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa versus Aleister Black. And now you look at that on paper and you're like, it's fucking Randy Orton. Randy Orton won. I thought Solo was almost going to get it for a second, which I wouldn't have been mad about.
I would like, well, what got me was when we were watching it and you said that Michael Cole specifically said Solo has never been in an elimination chamber.
And I was like,
and I think you said it twice.
The stat.
As soon as they mentioned something specific,
it no longer exists.
As soon as they mentioned that Sami Zayn was 0-12 against Drew McIntyre, you're like, oh, he's losing because they mentioned the statistic. Solo's never been in the chamber. Yes, he's going into the chamber.
No, he is not going into the chamber.
So Randy goes through.
Solo's antics, again, like, I feel like we should maybe just give him a comedic character. Have him be a bit more vibrant with his mannerisms. Like his mannerisms are great in the ring.
Yeah.
Gets people talking, like posing, doing Randy Orton's pose when he was beaten down.
Even
Orton.
stealing the Wyatt's.
And he's doing the little like twirl when he gets in the ring with the lantern. Like, it's just the little things that he is really clued into that just make his character better.
Yes.
Hopefully we see something big on the horizon. But Randy Orton qualifies. We have confirmed qualifier for next week, Friday Night SmackDown, which is Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu versus Sami Zayn.
And Sami had the thing backstage.
A very depressing backstage segment where he didn't say a word. He was looking down the whole time. Everyone was trying to console him over his loss in Saudi Arabia.
Yep. You ready?
I'm ready. That's why I paused. I'm waiting.
All right.
I'm waiting for the pitch because I assume Cody and Jacob are going to cost the match for each other. Sami goes through.
So
but take it away.
I've started to put. I had that idea, and that was my first one. I think this is what we do, and I think Braden on our Discord, please make sure when you're watching our video, please like and subscribe on our YouTube, but also join our Discord. The links are down below.
Yeah.
Come have a chat on the Discord because we love fantasy booking, and I got a bit of this from Braden and a bit of this from some other places, but I'm going to put it all together. This is my pitch for your story.
Okay.
Drew McIntyre eliminated Cody Rhodes from the Royal Rumble.
Correct.
He has been constantly brawling the match between Cody and Jacob. Drew got involved with stop that happening.
He did.
Drew tried to cut a promo on SmackDown this week. He's interrupted by Cody Rhodes. Tried to cut a promo. He's interrupted by Jacob Fatu.
Yes.
Next week, you've got a triple threat match. Cody, Jacob, Sami Zayn.
You know what they are? No disqualification. Ah.
Drew McIntyre is going to get involved in that match. Cost both Cody and Jacob. Sami wins your qualifier. Everyone has a fit and a conniption and a tantrum that it all happens.
Conniption.
Nick Aldis then says, fine, you three just can't deal with your stuff. Then the three of you are going to have a triple threat match at Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. Which means Sami goes off into your chamber. Rest of it, I don't care about. At the Elimination Chamber, triple threat match. Cody Raheem Rhodes is going to win the title.
What?
And he will become your WWE champion again.
Why? Oh, I'll wait.
Because Randy Orton wins the Elimination Chamber.
Are we finally going to get it?
And we're finally going to get Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the WWE title at WrestleMania like we've all wanted.
Peak fantasy booking. Love it. Book it.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if that's not what you would want. We all want Cody and Randy. What has Randy been eyeing off the entire time?
He wants that
title. Let's give him his 15th. And Cody is so big that he can win the title and drop it in a month and it doesn't change his character. It's fine. Drew can then go back to his whole point of being the heel of like, I did everything for it and I still got screwed out of it because you put me in a triple threat when I didn't need to be in a triple. All the stories progress. Sign me up.
Yeah, all right. All right, I'll give you that one.
There's your night one main event. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the WWE title.
And that was the thing, like, going into it with the rumored triple threat, maybe potential fatal four-way, fatal five-way, if you want to have Sami and Randy in the match. Trick. They are leveraging him pretty highly on SmackDown. I just didn't know if that WWE Championship would be able to hold everyone's interest enough to be the actual main event.
Yep, but if it's Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton,
lock it in. Lock it in.
And CM Punk and Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Night one, night two.
Love it.
You're done.
Great to see. Women's qualifier that was on SmackDown was Chelsea Green, Tiffany Stratton, and Lash Legend.
Yep.
Again, we both looked at it and was like,
It's Tiffy.
It's Tiffy. Part of me was like, what if all this stuff from Chelsea Green and Unreal was just a work, and then Chelsea wins, and then Chelsea wins the Chamber, and then dethrones Jade at WrestleMania? But that was, again, fantasy booking, pipe dreams, you know.
Let's just still hope that the Iconics don't sign with AEW and they show up at WrestleMania for whatever match Chelsea's in as the new Secret Service, and then Chelsea can get a push post-Mania.
At Chelsea when I posted that on TikTok.
Did you?
And I was like, here's a free idea to take the creative.
So. Do it, please. Go on, Chelsea.
I don't think she liked the post. So I don't know if she saw it.
She might have.
It's fine.
It depends if she was watching. If she had time in between when Matt Cardona was quizzing her on like wrestling figures, because he does that on TikTok a lot to her.
Next week's qualifying match is somewhat interesting, but again, I think it's a case of we look at it and it's like, it's this person. And I'm really starting to hate that about qualifying matches.
Yeah.
And that's why the Cody Jacobs Sammy one is really interesting. Because it legitimately could be any three of those.
Yeah.
And I couldn't pick it. Alexa Bliss, Julia, and Zelina Vega. Come on. Zelina's not getting into the Elimination Chamber. Julia might, but it's Alexa Bliss. You want your star power on that card.
And I think I said this to you, that Alexa gets in, so does Charlotte in another qualifier.
Yeah.
So that they have to sort of fight each other and they can't be best friends the whole time. They gotta break up at some point.
Yes.
It teases some tension but doesn't break them up. Then they have they're part of whatever tag team match happens for the women's tag titles at WrestleMania, and that's where something goes catastrophically wrong between them that costs them the match and the win. And then Raw after Mania, Alexa turns on Charlotte, not the other way around.
Yeah, you expect the Charlotte turn, but it's Alexa.
Yeah,
it's a good way to go about it.
Yeah, thanks, Bill.
On SmackDown, Rio defended their tag team championships successfully against Julia and Kiana.
Are they protecting Kiana? Because she didn't cop the pin, and she looked probably the better of them in the
I feel like they've realized, and like this is gonna possibly look bad for WWE because they've realized how good she is in the ring.
Yeah.
She's good on the mic.
She shouldn't just be Julia's manager.
Yes. And she can cut a promo. I'm just going to leave it there. I'll let your imaginations run wild. I don't agree with it because there is a bit of a language barrier issue there.
Do you think she turns on Julia and takes the title?
I feel like everyone's latching onto Kiana at the moment, and we're seeing how good she is in the ring, how good she is at selling, how good she is on the mic.
But is she good enough to be a babyface?
No.
Or do we turn Julia?
I think we could turn Julia.
Yeah, okay. I'm down for that.
Everyone's behind Julia. We could turn Kiana on Julia.
Yep.
And then give her the spotlight.
Yep. I'm down. I agree.
But yeah, so they successfully defended their tag team championships against Julia and Kiana. And backstage segment, confronted by Lash and Nia, they're going to defend the titles against them next week.
Yep.
But it seemed like, from the wording of one Rhea Ripley, that they were both, her and Io, going to be in qualifier matches on Monday Night Raw.
Weird.
Or maybe in the same qualifier match.
That would be very interesting if that's the case.
So nothing's confirmed for Raw yet. We will see, well, look, probably all done and dusted by the time this episode goes out.
Yeah.
But we may have a multi-brand chamber.
But also, yeah, which is fine. I think the other thing with the women's tag things, I like that they're staying active and that they're getting defended. But we all know this is just a holding pattern until the Bella Twins win the titles at WrestleMania.
Well,
because we saw their fantastic promo on Raw.
Yes.
The Philly crowd really enjoyed them, right?
Well, it's good to see the Bellas back, and they have staked their claim. They want tag gold.
Good.
We know this all leads to a WrestleMania
wasn't Nikki a heel?
Yeah, but it's what happens when your
sister
more
shows
like
up.
sister comes back. You heard the pop for Brie Bella at the Rumble.
Should have been a bigger pop for Nikki Bella because she's currently
got bigger pops on her.
Well, no, she's sleeping with one of the
apparently that
defenders.
was debunked by him.
Cuba DeJean?
Yeah.
No, she
I
said
saw I saw her on a podcast.
I thought she said on the
I saw it on a podcast clip this week that was all just like fun and games.
Oh, she said he's going to the Pro Bowl because he was in the Pro Bowl, Cuba DeJean.
I don't give a shit. Who cares
Good
if
for him
he
either
is
way.
20
Well
years
done.
younger than her? Yeah, who cares?
I did watch
it's
the
Nikki Bella.
I watched the two of them on Logan's Impulsive. Actually, it was a pretty good episode.
I've heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, Logan, as much as we all like wanted to hate Logan Paul, I actually really kind of like him now.
Yeah.
He's a true fan, and I think that watching his podcast is so good because you're getting a fan's perspective of, like, he was marking out about her and John Cena. Like, was it awkward backstage between them? Obviously, knowing that they were engaged and things like he was marking out about that, which is the same kind of things that you and I and like the wrestling community.
Yeah.
Like, how does that go backstage? Is that interesting?
How does it feel actually liking Logan Paul the person?
It'd be weird. It really is.
I as soon as I started watching the Impulsive stuff, I came around on Logan. Not just because of like how he was going in ring, but like just seeing how he interacts with the superstars on those.
And his
podcasts.
co-host is really good too. They both work really well together.
What's his name?
I think it's Matt,
Sean
Simon,
Miller.
Ludwig. I don't know. I can't remember his name.
You said Ludwig, so I'm going to use that as a segue.
Okay.
Because that kind of links into something that happened on.
Ole, 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 ole.
Exactly. And I really like Corey Graves helping us differentiate Ryo and Bravo.
Oh, with the red and blue.
Ryo red, Bravo blue. It's so easy.
It works now.
It's so easy. Did they do that on purpose?
I don't know.
Yeah, we had El Grande Americano up against Javon Evans, who would beat El Grande Americano with the help of OG Americano. I think they should just call him OG Americano.
Can we just get to the mask versus mask match at WrestleMania and just move on from this feud? I love it.
Bro, we have 10 weeks till WrestleMania.
I know, but like, how
you
are you
cannot
going to drag
rush
this
it.
on?
You cannot rush it.
How are you going to drag Chad Gable on still?
Who is Chad Gable? I have not seen Chad Gable for months. Oh, okay. So I don't play along with the bit in the fucking podcast and I get dragged, but I play along with the bit on the podcast in the Discord.
I get it. It makes sense. I just want Chad Gable back.
Yeah.
I think that he has unfortunately relinquished this gimmick to the new El Grande Americano, and they have taken it further than what he was going to in the first place. I think this is bigger than what they all, and I feel like this was a 6-month, hey, let's do a funny thing with luchas because you're scared of lucha wrestling.
Yeah.
You can have a couple matches with Dominic Mysterio, you have a match, you finished. And then Mexico was like, hey, we love this guy. AAA, we want him all the time. And so it's bigger than it ever was.
Yeah.
Let's get the assumptive thought that it might be Chad Gable as the OG. Let's get him away from this gimmick. But clearly we're going to a El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano match at WrestleMania, which I'm all for.
I feel like you can have American Made and Los Desperados. Is that what they're called? No. Ryo and Bravo?
Yeah, Ryo and Bravo. I don't know what they're called.
Anyway, we can have them as the tag teams feud.
But what
and also like 6-man tag matches.
But what has American Made got to do with El Grande Americano OG?
And are you forgetting how it all started?
Oh, was he actually as that with them?
He helped them.
I totally forgot that.
There were links there.
Okay.
We just didn't get the full capitalization on that due to an injury.
Right. Okay.
And then there was a...
Run it back. I'm good for it.
Yeah, there's history. You're an idiot.
I clearly forgot that whole part of the storyline.
Let's talk about the Vision, because they had opened the show, Bron Breakker commanding Adam Pearce get out and help him figure out who attacked him at the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
And caused him to get eliminated in mere seconds.
Jake Paul.
Logan Paul.
Logan did say
Grayson
it was not
Waller.
him. Logan said
Austin
it was not him.
Theory.
On his podcast, he was like, it's not me. Definitely not me. There's no way it could be me.
Oh,
and he was pretty
And here's the
serious.
thing. Like, we look at it, if we really want to be like super nerdy smarks, definitely wasn't Austin Theory.
It's too tall.
Too slim. Not enough butt.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been Grayson. I know that's a kind of popular theory at the moment, but I don't see how they loop Theory and Grayson back together, because the theories that I've seen, good pun. The theories that I've seen is Grayson and Theory are being puppeteered by Seth. I don't see how you tie Waller and Theory back together after the split.
Correct.
And Waller constantly slandering Theory.
Yep. Okay.
Would you just
Usually
water
thought
under the
that'll
bridge, dust under the mat? Like,
The other thing that they definitely did this time was he wasn't wearing gloves. So you could clearly see this was not Montez Ford.
Yes, correct.
Because that was obviously he was the rumor of.
You could see part of the beard. That's what's got people talking. Maybe Grayson, because Grayson got the beard at the moment. The Paul brothers have that sort of blondie.
I mean, you've kind of got the same beard. It could have been Reece. Can we just?
Hey, my training has paid off.
Can you just cover the rest of the top half of your face? I mean, kind of fits.
Ooh. Well, my training has paid off.
Can you do a stomp for us? No, we'll save that for afterwards.
We'll save that for
after. That for our Patreon.
But yeah, Bron comes out, tries to command Raw. Adam Pearce comes out. As Bron leaves the ring, tries to charge Adam Pearce, falls over. Bit of a botch there, but that's fine.
Happens to the best. Aggressive.
Happens to the best of us. He just got to. And you know what happens when you get that mad? You get like fuzzy.
Oh, the dog in you. Oh.
Yeah. He charges down the ramp. Like 10 security guards are there. He can't get through them. LA Knight.
L.A.
What's his new thing? Unchosen or something? Did you see his shirt?
No, I didn't see his shirt.
It's like Unchosen.
Oh, because nobody wants him.
Yeah. No anymore. Anyway, LA Knight comes out, chair to the back of Logan Paul and Bronson Reed. Scurries away. Bronson just turns around and he's like, what? Bron Breakker turns around and he's like, what happened? We would go on later in the night to have Penta versus Bronson. And who would show their face again but LA Knight?
Yeah.
BFTing Bronson Reed onto a chair as Bronson was about to use it against Penta.
For a count-out victory.
Count-out victory to Penta.
After Adam Pearce had said he'd sent his guy home.
Yes.
Which the assumption was that meant LA Knight. So Paul should send Bron home too, so that Bron wasn't there for this match. More Adam Pearce shenanigans, I believe.
Could it have been LA Knight that attacked Bron Breakker?
No, wasn't he already in the Rumble? Oh, no, he wasn't in the Rumble.
He was in the Rumble. So?
I mean...
Logan Paul was in the Rumble?
I still think it's Adam Pearce.
No, Adam Pearce can't move like that, bro. He can't move like that.
Doesn't matter.
What else do we have to talk about this week? I know we've got some new stuff, so do you want to touch on that? Because I don't think there's too much.
We've missed...
Oh, yeah, actually, we've got to talk about Obafemi dominating Raw and SmackDown this week. So let's touch on the Raw one, because we had the War Raiders come out.
Who was they going to verse?
I was like, War Raiders getting a match. What's going on here? Sweet. And then Oba's music hit. I was like, okay. They're going to feed them to Obafemi. Which is exactly what happened. Absolutely. He absolutely dominated them. And the fact that they had him come out on Monday Night Raw and dominate the War Raiders.
And the fact that he just lifted them up for this power.
He looked like an absolute beast. And I think that they're going to do this for a few weeks to make him look strong. He's going to decimate both rosters. And then you're going to get to that point where he's like, I've taken out pretty much everyone on the rosters.
Everyone in the
Who's left? Brock Lesnar.
Bum, ba-dum, bum.
And sets up that WrestleMania match. Pivot over to SmackDown. Kit Wilson comes out.
Toxic.
I finally brought it over.
Yeah, it's now on the table.
We've got the signed Kit Wilson rookie card from the NXT 2.0. What cards are they? I can't remember what type they are. They're Panini? I think they're Panini ones. Fuck John Cena. Yes, they are. They're Panini. So yeah, if you want to try and get yourself a signed Kit Wilson, go buy some NXT 2.0 Panini cards.
Or hit us up on the Discord and Reece will do a trade with you. Maybe.
For Rhea Ripley. Done. Kit Wilson comes out, starts slandering everyone that was in the Royal Rumble, reeks of toxic masculinity.
They're all feminists.
And then,
but we're all actually over-feminists.
And yes, the over-feminist comes out because Kit Wilson gives an open challenge. Anyone that was in the Rumble, come out and I will show you how toxic you are. Obafemi comes out. Overhand chop. Just picks him up and just throws him across the ring. Powerbomb, 1, 2, 3. Another powerful performance from the Obafeminist.
I think this is a perfect use of Obafemi.
Yeah.
And I think it's also a perfect use of Kit Wilson. I think I said to you, Kit is now becoming the new Santino Marella, Hurricane Helms, etc., like jobber type person. But he has everyone behind him, so we all want to see him win. He's not going to. We get it. But then the next time he comes out, we're going to be like, go on, give him the win. He's not going to happen.
Oh, that's sad.
That's fine because no matter what happens, the second his music hits and he walks out and calls everyone toxic, he's over again.
Yeah.
I think this is a fantastic usage of both of them. I think I would love to see that maybe down the track, maybe he gets into the US title picture and has an open challenge and faces Melo and wins the title. I think that'd be cool for Kit to do. Because, this week there was no open challenge because it was the Miz match, which kind of sucks because we all like the open challenge.
I just want to talk about the finish of that match. I was going to breeze past that match because I didn't give a shit. We've still got so much more that we need to talk about.
Yep.
But the final sequence of that match, the first 48 reversed into the Skull Crushing finale, which was then rolled through and Carmelo hit the first 48. Amazing way, finishing sequence. That match was great.
Yeah, absolutely.
I loved the fact that it ended like that because it was like, oh, he's going to, no, it's going to be Miz. Oh, no.
Because I was
kept you on your toes.
I hope now that means that the next week he goes back to the open challenge.
Yes.
And maybe it's Royce Keys.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that Royce Keys wasn't on either show this week.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like if you're showcasing Obafemi like that,
correct. Yeah.
Like, what do you do with Royce Keys?
Yeah.
The same thing?
Yeah.
Then it's kind of like...
I agree.
So hopefully they don't take too long to bring Royce Keys back.
No, I think he will show up again. It's just where
give him a qualifier.
No, you can't just put him in a graphic and put him into a chamber qualifier. Like, nah, I don't think so.
They put Trick Williams in a number one contender match.
Yeah, they did.
Dickhead.
Yeah, okay, maybe. Dickhead.
Speaking of dickheads, fucking Stephanie Velcro got Def Rebelled.
Oh, that is so bad.
It's so disappointing because she loved her theme music. Her theme music was so good.
You did not need to change it.
No, it's not good. I'm so annoyed. I'm also annoyed that Raquel didn't win, to be honest.
Yes, it was a fine Philadelphia street fight. But
it was a good match.
We all thought this was leading to the Liv and Raquel storyline.
This is fucking Bron Breakker at CM Punk.
I don't think it's quite that high.
No, it's just like I was like, oh my God, this is like Raquel's winning.
Yeah.
Like it's a done deal.
Yeah.
And then I'm now disappointed because I overbooked myself.
But now you've got obviously that Liv tried to give her the title and ended up costing her. So you got the tension with them. Then they showed up on SmackDown to have the match against who they face on SmackDown.
Well, Liv was there to have some words with Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
Because she could pick Jade Cargill.
And then Jade and Jordan beat them down. And there was the miscommunication where Raquel kicked Liv in the head and then she got rolled up. So then you're building the tension from the judgment. I get the storyline.
Yeah. Triple threat at WrestleMania.
Liv, Raquel, Steph. I'm not against it.
I feel like leading into WrestleMania, we needed to have the disillusion of the Judgment Day.
No, I don't think so. I think they're going to keep Judgment Day forever.
Fine. No.
Judgment Day runs Monday Night Raw, man. They're not getting rid of it. I also don't like a Royal Rumble.
Finn can go.
Finn can leave.
Finn can leave. Liv and Dom can go off and do their thing together.
Raquel and Roxy just become their own.
They could just be tag team. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Look, I'm against the Royal Rumble winner winning,
and then having someone put in the match,
and having a triple threat. Yeah, they should get their one-on-one match.
That's what happens, man. Yeah. Sometimes it's just better for the story. You know?
But I do like that they're going with my story. If she goes to SmackDown to see Jade, doesn't quite work out. She's going back to Raw.
Yeah.
Maybe you let it go for another week, but I think that pretty soon she's picking Stephanie.
Yeah. That's everything from the shows. We had Tama Tonga versus Nakamura.
Yep.
Kind of, I feel like that was out of the blue. Unless I missed the announcement.
They've had a bunch of backstage stuff.
Yeah, it's just kind of a nothing match. I was caught off guard and I was disappointed that I wasn't getting a bit of spotlight. He did. With the help of Tonga Loa.
Yes.
So
that's what the NFTs do.
The Tongas come in handy. I believe that's everything from Raw as well. So news notes to finish the show.
We've already touched on AEW.
Let's touch on NXT. We have a brand new NXT champion. Say his name and he appears.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Where is Joe? Oh, he's down there.
Yeah, he's still hiding.
He's just there. He's all right. This was a pretty wild ladder match.
I have not gone back to watch it yet.
I've seen a bunch of the highlights.
Many things about it. Keanu Carver, for one, looks like an absolute beast.
From LFG and stuff, like he looked really good in this match. Ricky Saints My worry when this match was announced and the list of people, I think Braden put it in our Discord early and was like, here's who it's going to be. I was like, oh, it's Ricky Saints and Joe Hendry and
others,
dudes I've never heard of.
Yeah.
But they all really stepped up and they all had some really incredible spots. There was one dude that did the ladder bridge between the ladder and the ropes.
Yeah.
And he put a guy on it and then he hit a 450 off the ropes to it.
Wild.
But he fell short-ish. So he kind of just like chinned straight onto the dude's stomach and like just clocked himself, just bang on it. Looked wild. There was huge spots of people going through tables that Keanu Carver was just, throwing people left, right, and center.
Throwing people into the crowd.
I
love that spot. I remember when Keith Lee did that to Adam Cole back in Black and Gold NXT.
Yeah.
Wild shit.
But I think Joe Hendry winning the title here is the right choice.
Yeah, I think Ricky's, now that he's gone the heel character, that's enough for him to still stay relevant on the show without having the championship.
Yes.
So Joe's definitely the right pick. So no complaints there.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing for the brand. I mean,
what I do have a complaint about,
yes,
is Ava.
Yes.
Leaving NXT. No longer our general manager, leaving WWE in general. Mm-hmm. She did not renew her contract. Going rumors at the moment was she just thought it was enough.
Yeah,
didn't want to do it anymore. Wants to do other things.
I mean, the interesting thing to this was that the controversy that she's caused since leaving, the tweet that she put out, and I'm not going to say it, but
and I think
with all of her chest, she said a statement that a lot of people in America feel these days.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't think we can really touch on it too much being in Australia. I mean, we have our own issues with that sort of stuff. Yeah, administration and with ethnic people. We have enough issues in this country. Can't really comment on the American side of it because we have to deal with our own stuff every day. So a lot of firm words about a certain ongoings overseas. Ava came out and said,
yep, she did.
Put it like that.
Very quickly removed.
Yeah.
Is that because her father is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and is maybe more politically involved than a lot of people think? Is it because it's a bad look on her and her family and what WWE was? Possibly. Did it create a lot of a controversy?
Yes.
Definitely did. I think that, look, this week has been a wild week on Twitter, which we'll talk about a bit more in a second as well.
Yes.
But that whole Ava leaving, because I think they said on NXT now that, what's his face? Mr. Stone is the
interim general manager.
So I don't know.
I think he'll do well. I think he's been in those sorts of positions previously, and I think he'll manage well.
Look, I didn't think Ava was a good pick when she was there first. I was like, why are you making The Rock's daughter the GM? But then she was actually pretty good. So
yeah, I was fine with. A lot of people will be like, good. She had no character, no charisma.
She was fine. She was fine.
I just feel like when you have someone like William Regal in the past.
Yes. Well, and it's hard to I mean,
I like Ava.
Aldous and Pierce are good, but you compare them to previous GMs and things, Mick Foley's, Kurt Angle's,
Teddy Long,
all those sort of characters. Vicky Guerrero, even there was a different level of character that they used to have, and I don't think they need it as much these days, which is why I think Ava worked.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Speaking of Twitter,
which
one do you want to talk about first? The AEW one or the WWE one?
Let's go to what's the WWE one?
Big E has officially announced his retirement from professional wrestling.
He has.
I think I've got the quote here. I don't know. We're over in an hour anyway, so might as well.
I'm pretty sure he said that
I do not have the quote.
His quote was something along the lines of, "You never say never in professional wrestling, but I don't think I'm ever getting back in between the ropes again." And I think he's
not once did he fucking say that in his tweet.
No, but he said it on a podcast.
And that was the thing, I kept seeing the Twitter post get reposted everywhere.
Yeah.
Big E's officially retired. And I read through it several times and I was like, at what point in that post does he say, I'm done with professional wrestling?
No,
and then Dan was like, no, he was on a podcast and he said, look, I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't. There was a line towards the end where it was like, thank you all for letting me entertain you all these years. And I was like, oh, it's not out of the norm for a professional wrestler to say. But yeah, Big E officially confirming it is.
I'm content. I'm content. In wrestling, they always say never, but right now I'm retired, and that for me is it. I'm focused on other things right now.
Okay. Where was that quoted from?
From Compass on the Beat.
Okay.
Interview.
Yeah. Very depressing. I know we were holding out hope for some sort of interaction the other year with the New Day, some sort of resolution to their story. Maybe he could have been a manager for them or something, but yeah, I think he's now transitioned into that office side of it and doing the pre-show and the post-show coverage, which he does a great job of anyway. We'll still get to see him on our TVs. It's just not in ring capacity, which is really unfortunate. So yeah, I think we'll pivot off that now because I don't want to talk about it too much because it's sad. One thing that we can talk about a lot because he's an absolute mark, a dickhead, an idiot.
Please.
What did Braden call him today? Because he called him out in our Discord as well.
We're gonna shit on Ricochet for a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. So strap in.
He's a flog.
He's a flog.
Great Australian insult.
He's a flog. He really is
a flog. Ricochet.
So Ricochet's come out a lot on Twitter or X this week, essentially burying WWE and started from his tweet that said, "Look, they took my love of pro wrestling away. I'll never forget how I felt walking into work every week, and that platform was only to make other people look good at my expense. And I told them I'd rather quit and go back to the Indies and make whatever I'd make there, but rather than come back next week." He's not grammatically very good at tweeting, let's put it that way. So that then brought a whole bunch of discourse from people saying, whatever. And then he was saying that they don't book people like Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura and Apollo Crews well. And
Apollo Crews was on SmackDown. And I was like, oh, wait, he's still there.
He has the best agent in the world. Like, he doesn't do anything, and yet somehow he's still always on SmackDown. Like,
it's like Cesaro. Like, I know Alpha Academy have a number one contender opportunity. Like, they're going for the tag team championships. But, like, how is Tozawa still there?
That's a good question.
It's just wild. But yeah, continue shitting on Ricochet.
So then Jimmy Korderas came out essentially and just said that, you had an opportunity, you re-signed with WWE. If you hated the place that much, you should have asked for your release and just left. And then Ricochet just tore him to shreds and said, "Look, I signed a 5-year deal in 2019. I left when it finished. They only gave me the IC title at the end of it, even after I said I didn't want it, just to try and keep me."
I don't know. Like,
I feel like this is a child that's complaining that when they were given all their toys and they threw all the toys out of the cot, now they're like, "But I still want that toy." But no, I don't want that toy anymore because it's not as good as the new toy that I've got. He just seems like a petulant child.
Toy.
I don't like that Ricochet thinks that he is better than he is because he's a talented in-ring wrestler.
Oh, he called out AJ Styles and started slandering him.
He called out Sami Zayn and said that El Generico has a better legacy than he ever will.
Well, Braden shared his quote on AJ, so let me quickly quote that and we'll continue shitting on him. I don't think he's got the guts. I know he's the phenomenal AJ Styles, but the bar's been raised over here. Wherever he goes, he's getting old. The dropkick isn't as high as it used to be. He wants to come here and compete with Ricochet, The Demand, Tommaso Ciampa, and Kazuchika Okada. Come on, AJ. It's a different ball game. This is where the best wrestle. Are you fucking kidding me? After the matches that we've seen AJ Styles have over the last 6 months, you're still going to come out and comment and slander AJ fucking Styles like that?
He's working so well, bro.
And I know it works. Like, he just loves talking shit on the internet and pissing us off.
But it's working. And I hate it.
Look, it's working.
Stupid bald flog.
I
don't like it. I don't like him being this petty and trying to start this kind of internet beef that is him trying to, like, it feels like he's trying to start real fights with people online, but it's not. He's probably like texting AJ, "Hey man, like I loved your matches. You're so great. If you ever came, I'd love to work with you. You're the best.
But
cheers."
Let me go say this.
But I'm going to say that you're a jerk. You can never match with me. Like, I don't like the way he's doing it. I also watched his match on Dynamite with Jack Perry. Cool. Could have been anyone else in that AEW roster. It doesn't matter. It was Ricochet. He's not that great.
Let's use that as a segue to stop talking about Ricochet and start talking about AJ Styles, because you watched his podcast not his podcast, his guest spot on Stephanie McMahon's podcast this week, which was quite boring for half of it, but quite Hey, these were your words.
I didn't say boring. I said he doesn't talk about wrestling for the first hour and 10 minutes. So
Yeah, that's boring.
If you watch it, it is a very good interview and a very good conversation between Stephanie McMahon and Alan around them being parents and family and career and how they balance, working in an industry that's very difficult to work in, where you're traveling a lot and you do things on the road and things, and how you find the fact that AJ Styles, one of his first dates with his wife in high school was taking her to an independent wrestling show, and she hates wrestling.
What a mark.
She hates wrestling, and yet she's still married to AJ Styles.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is about the relationship and the kids and things like that. So it's a long talk of that. About halfway through, about an hour or so in, they start talking a bit about the wrestling, and she straight up asks, she says, at Royal Rumble, you took your gloves, or you went to take your gloves off and put them down, and then you didn't. And you kept them back on. She said, what does that mean?
Don't know.
And his response is, I honestly don't know. And she goes, does that mean you're retired? Like, you're done? And he goes, look, in this business, you never say never. And because then Stephanie said, well, yeah, exactly. Like, whoever has said they've retired and never come back.
Yeah.
And please, on the internet, in our comments,
let us know if there's anyone.
Has anyone ever retired and not actually come back? Because Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Ric Flair, Terry Funk.
Well, I was about to say, Undertaker, did he retire and then come back?
Saudi stuff?
His last match was at WrestleMania in 2020. The match with AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I think maybe some people can look at WrestleMania 34 when he put his hat, coat, and boots in the ring after losing to Roman Reigns.
Yes.
Because in the business,
the symbol.
like, that's the symbol.
And then he came back. But like everybody else has kind of had multiple different retirements. Edge is one you probably can't really pick on because he was medical and then he got cleared, and that's a different sort of thing. But everybody else, it's really hard to say that they're retired. And AJ said, look, he's got 2 older boys. One's 20, one's 18. His middle child is training. And he goes, if he becomes a wrestler and gets to a point where he's, in a big enough career and he's wrestling, and I have an opportunity to do a tag match with him.
Yeah, you're not going to pass up the opportunity to tag with your son.
So he will say never say never, but he said, right now I'm a family man. I'm leaving. I'm going to go spend time with my family. I've got a daddy-daughter dance coming up with his daughter that he's going to go to.
Cast aside all those fantasy booking theories about going to AEW, going to TNA, or whatever. I'm getting rid of mine.
I don't think it's happening. The point then that happened in the podcast, and this is, it started, the very start of it was a lovely, lovely letter from his wife saying how phenomenal he was and how much she loved him and throughout his whole career, but now it's his chance to be a dad and be phenomenal and come home. And he got super teared up about it, and it was very lovely. This then, in the second half of it, kind of felt like WWE, and whether or not this was by choice or not, Stephanie and Triple H kind of like sticking the screws into the back of AJ and just twisting it and being like,
you're retired,
you're
right?
Fucking retired. You're not coming back. Because they put up a bunch of video packages from
Roman Reigns, Finn Balor.
Finn was the last one. We'll get to Finn. There was like Roman, Punk. There's a couple of other people that all said like how amazing AJ Styles was and how much they've loved their career and based everything on him. And Finn Balor is the last one. And Finn just says, look, you and I have had such a long career. We've kind of missed each other a lot of the time because when I was in Japan, you were in TNA, and when you were in Japan, I was in NXT. But we've worked. I've been so happy to have the last 10 years of my career next to you. We've had so much history together, and I've looked up to you and everything. And then Finn gets real teary and just like, you're going to be missed in this locker room and in this industry.
So happy to spend the last 10 years in this company with you.
And then AJ is really emotional. And I feel like that this was Stephanie and WWE being like, you can't show up on TNA next week now because this is what all of our top stars are all saying about you being retired, how emotional it is to them. You now can't go and wrestle Will Ospreay in 3 weeks. Like, it's just going to hurt us too much.
But I feel like that's the thing about professional wrestlers. Like, we'll see what happens with John Cena. I feel like John Cena is the caliber of man that would stick to his word. He's done. He's done. I feel like AJ Styles might also be that caliber, but deep down, not that John Cena is not a professional wrestler, but like John Cena is a sports entertainer.
Yes.
AJ Styles is a professional wrestler. Professional wrestlers love
They
wrestling.
have that edge.
They have to chase the dragon.
Yep.
And that's why Ric Flair, at 70 whatever years old, wants to have another match.
Look,
Are you kidding me?
I think AJ wrestles again.
Yeah.
I don't think he has
Not
the run
this year.
now. I don't think everyone's like, he's going to jump to AEW. But no. But can I see something happening next year or whatever? And like, yeah, I think so. I think that watching it, it's a slog of a episode to watch with Stephanie, but you go and
skip to the good part.
You watch it and you can see how much of a family man he is and how much he really wants to just, like his kids are 16, 18 and 20, right? Oh, sorry, no, his daughter's 11. So like he's still got that time for like his teenage girl and stuff to grow up and do the high school things with
like
her.
pivotal years too.
I think he'll want to do that because he hasn't really had that opportunity with the older boys. And Steph said the same thing, like because her kids are 20, 18 and 16, her three girls.
Yeah, wow.
And she was saying a lot of stories about, you know, her and Hunter like having to get home late and the girls have to stay up because, you know, they were finishing work super late and the nanny was there with them and like they wanted to spend more time. And you could tell AJ was like, and I want to do that. I want to do the daddy-daughter dance. I want to do school stuff. So maybe it is a break. Maybe it's a year. Maybe it's 2 years. If he stays fit, stays healthy, you get your 50-year-old AJ Styles versus Will Ospreay, which I still think will be a sick match if that happens.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think for the moment, let's all temper our expectations on AJ Styles.
Chill out a bit. On that note, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to chill out. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe on all the social media platforms. Come join us in our Discord. We talked about a wealth of topics today. Let us know what you feel about them. Elimination Chamber qualifiers, Roman Reigns, CM Punk promo, Drew being like, they're not good enough.
Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for Mania. Maybe.
Cody Raheem Rhodes and his big tool. Let us know in the Discord. Come have a chat. And we will see you next time down under the mat. Too sweet.